DPX here. Welcome back to another episode of Chillin With The Miikcast. Been a while since we've done one of these. The last one we did was the in-person one. Today, it's just me and Zachary Attacks. What's up, Zach?
Up, Mr. DPX.
There might be more people. I was just making sure your audio is on all the way. It is. There may be more people who join later on. This episode was gonna be like we're gonna talk about the Nintendo Direct and then talk about maybe just some other things, just our usual banter. Just because I didn't really want to talk about the entire thing, because I do like these episodes of Chill With The Miikcast when we just talk about whatever. But it's just us two.
Show.
It's just us two as of now. So we'll talk about the Direct. We'll get right into this. It starts with basically a Mario Direct, and yeah, this is why it was an hour-long Direct, right? This is why, because there's basically two Directs in here. There was like a 20-minute Mario 40th anniversary Direct, and then like a 40-minute Nintendo Direct, In a way, they definitely could have been two different Directs, but in another way, like, the Mario Direct would have been pretty good by itself. The regular Direct probably wouldn't have been, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, you know, I feel like it needed the Mario stuff in order for it to be, you know, because then it would have been a very forgettable Nintendo Direct. But they announced some things, some things about the Tokyo. It was Kyoto, the Kyoto Museum. I'm never gonna go to that. You know, it's in Japan. You know, I would like to go to Japan one day, but they announced like something for like this Kyoto Mile thing, and I'm like, cool. But then they showed a little trailer, not like a full trailer, it's more like a teaser trailer, just showing you things. It showed us Monty Mole. Give it up for Monty Mole. It reveals the new Mario movie sequel, and the title is none other than Super Mario Galaxy, or the Super Mario Galaxy movie, rather. I remember hearing that they announced that the title was Super Mario World, but like maybe that wasn't an official thing. And then like the day before the Direct, it was reported that like Universal filed a trademark for the name Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
So that probably
They totally like spoiled themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we didn't really get much. We got a confirmation of the name. Just gotta do a little spray, you know. Don't worry about that though. We got the confirmation of what the next Mario movie is going to be called. Super Mario Galaxy. And we also learned about the cast. Most of the cast is coming back, except, weirdly enough, Seth Rogen is not coming back as Donkey Kong. That's a little strange to me. No new casting announcements though. We don't know who's playing Yoshi. We don't know. Rosalina has to be in this movie because it's Mario Galaxy. We don't know who's playing her. Is Wario and Waluigi going to be in this movie? Is Daisy going to be in this movie? Well, who's going to play them if they're in the movie, you know? Who's going to play fucking Monty Mole?
Probably me.
Yeah, it's going to be Zach's going to be Monty Mole. Look, I thought the Mario movie was a really good Mario movie. That's what I thought of it. It's, if you go in there for like a good old nostalgia trip, a good old like Mario fan servicey movie, you're gonna get that with that movie. As a movie, if your job is to review movies and like be critical of them, then it makes sense why you'd probably give the Mario movie a low score. But I think it's a perfectly fine movie, a very good Mario movie, and I'm excited to see Mario Galaxy. Zach, what are your thoughts on what we saw?
Pretty cool. You know, I've never played through the Galaxy games,
Oh, you never played
Sorry for my
Galaxy?
background noise. No, and I'm gonna play through them when they come out on Switch, probably.
Yeah.
But I know Rosalina's in them, and I know everyone dies at the end.
Yeah, everyone dies.
Um,
So yeah, and you kind of alluded to this a second ago. Yeah, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are coming to Switch 1. They made it clear it's Switch 1, not Switch 2, although with backwards compatibility you can play Switch you can play you can play these two games on Switch 2.
What am I looking for?
It is a little strange how they're like re-releasing Mario Galaxy 1 again, where they did that for the 35th anniversary with the 3D All-Stars collection. Yeah, I just find it odd that they're doing that. They did find a way, like they discontinued the 3D All-Stars, and this one isn't discontinued. Or they're not going to discontinue this one. At least I don't. Oh, where did we go? No. Why does OBS do that a lot? I don't. This one's not going to be discontinued, and they did like find a way to bring back the 3 games in 3D All Stars. They put 64 on the NSO. They're gonna put Sunshine on NSO, and they're bringing back Galaxy here. But it's just like it feels repetitive. They're re-releasing Mario Galaxy 1.
yeah, I don't know why like they don't make either Mario Galaxy 3. Like Mario Baseball needs to come back, and
Yeah.
just all those old games are so good that I don't understand why they don't just re-release them.
Mhm.
Like re-release them as in make a new game
Yeah. So like
instead of just revamping and re-releasing all these.
I like how you say like re-release as in make a new game. So like the opposite of what a re-release is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But no, the big get here is Mario Galaxy 2. That was like the odd omission from 3D All Stars. So it's cool to see they're finally putting it out. And there's been a lot of discussion over the pricing here because to get them together, you want to get them physically in a double pack that has both of these games. It's $70. Keep in mind, it's a Switch 1 game, by the way, not a Switch 2 game. It's Switch 1 for $70.
Wait, what are you talking about? The Super Mario Galaxy?
So if you want to get both of the games like on the Switch 1
Oh,
cartridge.
it's $70.
Yeah. If you want to get them separately on the eShop, they're both $40. So I guess it is cheaper to get them to get the $70 one, but it's just like these are 2 Wii games, and Galaxy 1 was re-released 5 years ago. So yeah, I have Galaxy 1 like on the Switch 1 in the way that I have it I have the 3D All Stars collection. So I'll probably just get Galaxy 2 digitally. Although then that means I don't have Galaxy 2 physically for Switch. So I don't know. Nintendo kind of did this bullshit. Yeah, they also announced that there'd be like more like the storybook, the Rosalina storybook. There's like gonna be more like pages of that, and they're even making a physical book of it. So that's interesting. Zach, thoughts on Galaxy 1 and 2 at all?
Pretty excited to play through them. They're pretty good.
Yeah, no, they are really good. They're like 2 pinnacles of 3D platform. I'm surprised you've never played them before.
I know. I literally have both of them on my Wii, but I've never played through them.
Damn. Well, yeah, definitely like. Wait, did you ever get the 3D All Stars?
No.
No. Okay, so you probably would have played Galaxy if you got that, but yeah. I'm sure you'll really enjoy I'm sure you'll really enjoy Galaxy 1 and 2. I think like I don't know which one is better. They're both like probably equally as good. A lot of people will say Galaxy 2 is better. A lot of people will say Galaxy 1 is better. For a while I've heard people say Galaxy 2, but then more recently I've heard people say Galaxy 1, but then I just hear people say like Galaxy as a whole is just is bad. And so I'm like, okay, we got contrarians here. all opinion. Everything it's subjective, but like contrarians do exist. But either way, we're gonna move on now to Mario Tennis game. This one, I'm not quite sure. No one was really asking for a new Mario Tennis. Like, I do find it odd, Nintendo's obsession with Mario Tennis. They basically wasted no time to do a Mario Tennis game. I guess, like, doing this, like, even, like, 2 years ago, it wouldn't have made sense, because you already had a tennis game on the Switch 1. I'm surprised, we got this before baseball, though. Either way,
I'm so mad about it.
Either way, I'm not buying it because I'm not buying any of the Mario sports games anymore. I got burnt by golf. I didn't buy Tennis Aces when it came out. But got burnt by golf, and then even more burnt by Strikers. Strikers, like, I'm not gonna say Strikers is like one of the worst games of all time. Like, I'm not gonna be like Coney if when he said that, like, that kind of got viral. But I will say, few games have pissed me off as much as Strikers Battle League did. Just because of, like, basically everything surrounding the game, basically. Like, it's just such a, like, pathetic release. I will say this does look cool. They have, like, some cool modes and features, and the story mode is honestly funny, where it's, like, the Mario characters get turned into babies. And,
Baby Waluigi.
I think that's the first time we've actually seen Baby Waluigi. Like, you've probably seen, like, a Photoshop of Baby Waluigi, but no, this is, like, real Baby Waluigi. It's like they have to, like, learn how to play tennis again. Like, that's funny, but, like, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna buy the game. It's just $70 as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, Zach, any thoughts on Mario Tennis?
Yeah, when they first showed it in the trailer, I thought, oh, they're remaking the Switch one, but they're doing the thing that they do. But no, really sad. I love Mario Baseball, and also, like, just any other game, not tennis.
Yeah. You said you thought Nintendo was doing what they usually do with Mario Tennis. Turns out they're doing that with our next game, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. In Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Meet Up in Bella Bell Park.
Oh yeah. It looked cool.
Yeah, it did look cool. This looks fun. This could be like a fun thing to do with the Miikcast. Like, we never did a Mad Lads on Mario Wonder when that came out. But like we could now when this comes out. We've got like some co-op, like some local co-op like mini games. Almost like we got like almost like a Smash Bros mode, it looks like. That's interesting. Got like a game of tag. Not much to say here, really. It's just like they're adding basically like DLC to Mario Wonder. Mario Wonder is great. I love Mario Wonder. And it's cool that it's getting this update. I hope this update is, like, this Switch 2 edition is better than the Mario Party Jamboree one. That game, that was not good at all. But yeah, Zach, thoughts on Mario Wonders and the Switch 2 edition very long title?
It's cool, but it's boring.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
So yeah, that's that. They also announced that the talking flower, is getting like an actual physical toy. Apparently he just talks randomly, and is not really interactive. So it sounds like he'll just talk whenever he feels like it. You don't like trigger him to talk or anything. So that's gonna be fun. That's not gonna be annoying at all when it's at like 4 a.m. and you're trying to sleep and you just hear the flower talk. So yeah, I'm not like, any thoughts on that? I'm not really like anything to say about that.
I'm not buying it.
Yeah, me neither. No. We do have the final Mario announcement, and it's a Yoshi game. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. This game, it has like a cool looking aesthetic, almost like a storybook aesthetic, which is what they're going for. Look, Yoshi, like, Crafted World was like kind of a baby game, you know. I hate the idea that like, oh, these cartoony characters are games for kids, right? I hate that idea, but it's kind of true of like a lot of Yoshi games. Like Yoshi is not inherently for kids, but they are kind of made to be way too easy. So I hope this game there's like more depth to it. I hope it's more like maybe it doesn't have to be like this super difficult game or anything, but have it be like a little more difficult than Crafted World, you know. Yeah, I don't know if I'll pick it up, especially I don't know if this is a $70 game. It probably is going to be $70, but I mean, like, I don't know if this is a game that will be actually worth $70. Zach, thoughts?
Getting it.
Huh?
Period. I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
Oh, am I muted? No.
No, you're not muted. I just wasn't sure what you said. Yeah, that I guess makes sense. Like, I don't know if I will get it. Maybe I'll get it, like, on sale, but then Nintendo games never go on sale, so I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. That ended the Mario Direct portion. And then we get to the, general Nintendo stuff. We're not going to cover everything. There's a bunch of games that, like, I don't think either of us care about. But the first game that was shown that I care about, was Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. I don't think I've really talked about it much, like, in videos, or even, like, with you guys, like, the Miikcast, off videos. Tomodachi Life on the 3DS is one of my favorite games ever. I played that game so much. I think, like, I might have more hours in that game than I do in Smash 3DS. Like, Tomodachi Life might be my most played 3DS game. So I am beyond excited that we're getting a new Tomodachi Life. Fun fact, the reveal trailer for Tomodachi Life on Twitter has more likes than the reveal trailer for Smash Ultimate. I want you to let that sink in. Yeah. It looks like Tomodachi Life. I will say Tomodachi Life is a very weird game. Like, just the weirdest shit happens. And they seem to be doubling down here. It seems to be more open. Like, you get to have, like, the Miis just hang out outside of, like, their homes, which is cool. Like, they didn't really do that much on the 3DS. And, yeah, you get to have, like, weird interactions as well. Yeah, one thing I don't love is that they didn't give us a hard date. They just said spring 2026. Now, like, obviously, like, Nintendo is usually good with, like, revealing games and having them come out relatively soon after. They revealed this back in, like, March. And then we're not getting it till spring. It's going to come out, like, over a year after it gets announced. Which, I don't know. Just don't love that. But Zach, thoughts on Tomodachi Life?
Never really played it.
You what?
I never really, like, not really interested in it.
Okay, that's fair. It is, like, one of those, like, cozy games. I'm not a big cozy game guy, but, like, Tomodachi Life and Animal Crossing. I like Stardew Valley as well. Those games are great. It's not that I don't like cozy games. It's just, like, I just haven't cared about a lot of them, but, yeah. Then we get to see the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, which, you know, I'm really excited for that. Past few weeks, I feel like we've been learning a lot about this game. Basically, the only information we did not have on it was its release date, but turns out it's coming October 30th, which is cool. It's doing a staggered release, digital version on October 30th, physical version on December 12th. I think I heard that the Switch 2 version is $10 more than everything else. And I think that's so they wouldn't do a game key card. So, I mean, I guess it's cool that it's not a game key, but at the same time, if not having it on a game key, if having it on an actual cartridge means it's more expensive than the other versions, I'm not quite sure if that's, like, a fair compromise, you know? But, yeah, I'm excited for this. Zach, I'm not really going to ask for your opinion on it, just because I think
I never played Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, does seem like a very epic collection, though, but, yeah. Then we get Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Intergrade, coming to Switch 2. It seemed like it was supposed to come out this year, but they've like definitely they delayed it out of the year. It's coming in on January of 2026. I actually want to play this. I want to replay Final Fantasy VII Remake on the Switch 2. And I actually never even played the Intergrade chapter. Like Zach, in case you don't know, they like. Final Fantasy VII Remake's a PS4 game, but when they re-released it for the PS5 and it had like an exclusive DLC chapter for the PS5 version, which I have never played. I've never played the Intergrade chapter. So, yeah, I'll definitely check it out. It's weird. I open up, like, I don't know what the fuck is up with this. I open the eShop on my Switch 2, and I look to see, like, you know, oh, how much is this game? Because I've also heard conflicting reports. Apparently the game's $40 or something. Like, I don't even think that's true. But I look at the store page for Final Fantasy VII Remake, and it says I have the game already. It says I bought it already. I look into what I bought. It says I bought the original Final Fantasy VII on Switch. So I'm really confused. Do I have this game already? Could I play it when it comes out without having to spend $70? I did not spend $70 on this. I'll tell you that. I haven't done that yet. I'll gladly do it again. I'm not kidding. I'll gladly drop 70 on this. But yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Zach, any thoughts?
I don't play Final Fantasy.
Okay.
It looks really good though.
Yeah. Again, I'm skipping around. There's like some games that I skipped. There was like two action roguelikes that kind of look very similar. That I think they both shadow dropped as well. So that's weird. That happened. But speaking of roguelikes, Hades 2 is shown. Now I actually don't like roguelikes that much. I think the concept is cool. I just don't think I jive with the execution. Not that it's like anything particularly wrong with it. I just don't think I like gel with it. But Hades is like a big exception. Hades fucking rocks. And they're coming out with the sequel. They kind of had, like, if you've heard, like, I thought they already came out with the sequel. The sequel they had on PC only was a like early access version of Hades 2. Now, like, the full version's coming out as a timed exclusive for Switch 2 and also PC. And people were like, oh, why are they doing this? Hades 1 did that. Hades 1 was, like, when the full version of that came out, it was only on Switch. So, yeah, this game looks really cool. It does kind of just look like more of the first game, but, like, the first game's great. I don't like that it's coming out on September 25th. That's the same day as Silent Hill F and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Like, a lot of people are talking about how there's so many games releasing in September. I'm basically just looking, like, the only games coming out in September that I'm, like, interested in are fucking coming out on that same day. Guys, spread your games around. Like, why? Stop picking September 25th. But, yeah, I make it look like I'm actually mad about this. I don't care. Like this is also like a $20 game that I was gonna say I can beat like in a sitting. This game's probably gonna be very difficult, so probably not. But yeah, and it's also doing another like staggered. Oh yeah, wait, before I even say that, in docked mode, it's gonna be at 4K 120 frames. That's cool. It's doing another staggered release where it launches digitally on September 25th, physically on November 20th. So that's cool. Thoughts on Hades 2, Zach?
Actually, I've watched people play Hades. It looks like a really cool. I think if I had time, I would play it.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you would like it. I'm not sure if you're a roguelike guy, but yeah. Then we get to see. They don't show like much new stuff, but they do show 2 new Kirby Air Riders amiibos. They show Kirby and the Warp Star and Bandana Waddle Dee and the Wing Star. And you can swap them. You know, you can put Kirby on the Wing Star and the Waddle Dee on the Warp Star. That's pretty cool. These amiibos are $50. So, like, I don't know. That kind of zaps a bit of the excitement out of that. Like, I do not agree with the pricing of amiibos recently. I don't think they should be fucking $30 or $40 like the recent Zelda ones and Donkey Kong and the Street Fighter ones were. Like the Street Fighter ones, I think recently were already like discounted to $20. Like I got one of them recently for $20, and it's originally $40. So that's kind of crazy. But yeah, I also didn't mention that Mario Galaxy is getting a Mario and a Rosalina amiibo. And they look really cool, but those are fucking $40. I don't stop with these expensive-ass amiibos. Zach, thoughts on these amiibo? Wait, I didn't mention... Very Sakurai-esque, you know. They, you scan them in to train them, you know. That's just, like, how Sakurai, like, does... Like, you know, he introduced that in Smash, so it's, like... You know. And apparently there's going to be another Kirby Air Riders Direct. Like, how much is there to this game to where we're getting 2 whole Directs for it? Zach, thoughts on what we saw for Kirby Air Riders?
Kirby's really cute.
You're going to need to say that again.
Kirby's really cute.
Kirby, yeah. I love how you're not actually giving... like actual input. You're just saying stuff like that. But it's okay. We'll get we'll get to the Pokemon stuff. Don't worry.
Yeah, get to the Pokemon stuff.
Before we do that though, we learn more about Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. I'm not a big Warriors guy. Not gonna get this. It does come out November 6th though. So that's cool. They originally said it would be coming winter 2025. November 6th is not winter. I'm just going to say that is, you're still in fall, like, you know, so it's good to see that Nintendo really knows what winter is. One thing I did notice, Zach, I'm not even going to ask for your opinion here because I don't think you have an opinion on Hyrule Warriors. One thing I did notice, and I've heard nobody talk about this, when they showed Game Share, like you can play this game on Game Share, they showed the game on a Switch 1. Was that a mistake? Was that supposed to happen, or is this game coming to Switch 1? Either way, someone might be getting fired. But yeah, we're gonna move on from that. See, yeah, I'm not like, I don't know if you can tell, but like, look at that. That's a Switch 1. Ain't that weird? Oh. Maybe I'm looking too much into this. Like, as far as I know, they have not announced that this is coming to Switch 1. But yeah, another game that after that they announced a whole remake or remaster of Dragon Quest VII, which is cool. It kind of already got a remake on the 3DS, but like, hey, no, this looks neat. I never really got too into Dragon Quest. I got the remake of 3 that came out at the end of last year because I wanted to play that, and I also do like the 2D HD art style. I was never able to get into it. I don't even have the game anymore. I traded it into GameStop. It's not like, oh, I hate it so much I wanted to get rid of it. It was just like, it was collateral damage, I guess. This looks cool. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, that's what it's called. So it's a reimagining. They're not really saying is it a full-blown remake or is it a remaster. I don't know. But it looks neat. It looks neat. Zach, thoughts on Dragon Quest?
Oh, surprisingly, I have not played it, so I got no thoughts.
Okay. Next up, we go. Now this one, I think we can have a bit of a discussion about this because this is fucking weird. Next up, they're like, we got 2 new updates. One is about the Nintendo Today app. Look, we added Kirby animations. Oh my god, Kirby animations. But then after that, they're like, after that, they're like, now we got a new system coming to the Nintendo Switch Online. Please take a look. I'm like, what the fuck could it be? Like, is it DS? Is it like, are they going to go third party? Are they going to do like Master System, Neo Geo, Turbo Graphics? The Virtual Boy. Like,
oh yeah.
Nintendo has not, like, outside of like museum stuff and like, I guess like celebrating their history and stuff like that, they have like never like they mentioned the Virtual Boy ever since it like got discontinued. So this is like, what? They're adding Virtual Boy to the Virtual Console, or not virtual. You know what I mean, like NSO. So that's interesting. I guess like even bad games deserve preservation, and these games were not preserved. These games have never been re-released. There's like two good games on the Virtual Boy though. There's a Wario game, and then there's like a Shin Megami Tensei spin-off that I hear is good. And it's like the rarest game on there. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if Nintendo's really approaching Atlas about that. So yeah. One thing I find interesting though, you can't play the Virtual Boy games docked. Like, you need one of the accessories, you know, which is something I didn't mention. They they're basically like, they made a shell basically of the Virtual Boy, and where you're supposed to put your Switch, either Switch 1 or 2 in it, and it's kind of like a Virtual Boy, and then there's also like a cardboard version. I don't love that. I don't know why you can't just play it docked. Like, I don't know what's up with that. The Virtual Boy, like, the shell is like $100. But the cardboard version's like $25. I don't like that they're forcing an accessory on you to play fucking Virtual Boy games. But, yeah, they also announced, like, a lineup of games that will... Well, they showed 3 games. They showed Mario's Tennis, which that's the original Mario Tennis game. They showed Galactic Pinball and Tellero Boxer. And they showed 14 games to be released over time, which, I don't know if you know this, Zach, there are 24 games on the Virtual Boy total. This is more than half of the library. And on this list, there's Virtual Boy Wario Land. That's the Wario game. That's, like, the best game on the Virtual Boy. There is a Galactic Pinball, Red Alarm, Tellero Boxer, Mario's Tennis. Oh, they do have Jack Bros. Look at that. That's the SMT spinoff I mentioned. Look at that. They do have Jack Bros. They have Vertical Force, Mario Clash, Golf, Virtual Bowling, some Japanese name I don't know, Space Invaders, V Tetris, and 3D Tetris. So, yeah, they got, they said 14 games to be released over time. It sounds like those 14 games will be the only 14 games released for the Virtual Boy. Yeah. I guess that you can't do all of them. There's there's a video game of the movie Waterworld as one of the Virtual Boy games. I guess, like, you know, they have to jump through a bunch of hoops to bring that back, and at that point it's like, what's the point? It is a fucking Virtual Boy game at the end of the day, of Waterworld of all movies. So yeah, I guess one thing they could do that is interesting, the Virtual Boy had like a port for a link cable so you can do co-op, but none of the games supported it, and the Virtual Boy was such a failure, it was discontinued before any games can come out that supported co-op. So they can add co-op to some of these games, which is really cool. Zach, thoughts on the Virtual Boy? This is weird, but thoughts?
About it. I skipped through that part in the
You skipped through the
because I wanted to hear. Yeah, I wanted to hear the Pokemon news.
Okay, Zach's just here for Pokemon. But yeah. Next up, we got a remake of Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly, I think it's called. Yeah, coming early 2026. Seems like they just don't want to make a new Fatal Frame game, that they'll just like remake or re-release the other games. I've never played Fatal Frame, not too interested in this, but this, I guess it's cool that it's happening. Some upgrades to some Switch 1 games. excuse me, but like third-party Switch One games. So they got like an upgrade. They got more enemies on screen in One Piece Pirate Warrior 4. They got camera play in Overcooked 2. That's actually pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I play Overcooked a lot.
Yeah, Overcooked is cool. They got split screen in Stardew Valley and game share in Stardew Valley, so that's pretty neat. They got 5 new levels added in Human Fall Flat. That's cool. Then we get to see Power Wash Simulator. I've heard like this is kind of seems like a fan favorite. Like a lot of people seem to actually really like Power Wash Simulator, like more than you would expect. Are you one of those people, Zach? Yeah. Oh, you like
I mean, I watched XQC play it.
Oh, okay.
I watched XQC play it once, but
yeah, I don't have anything to say about Power Wash Simulator. They did announce a sequel though to Suika Game. I was not a part of the Suika Game craze, but they got it's like a circle now. You can, I don't have anything to say about fucking Suika Game. Thoughts on that, Zach?
Pretty cool.
Nice. Now
it's gonna go through another 1 week phase.
Now Metroid Prime 4 gets shown.
No.
And like it looked like Metroid Prime 4, like it looked like the visuals and all that. And then they had Samus riding around in a bike with an open world, and I was like, is this a spin-off? Is this like a Metroid spin-off where like it's a racing game or something? No, it's Prime 4. So Metroid Prime 4 might be more open world than like I thought. If they're like, especially since they announced an amiibo of Samus on the bike, it's like, so like Samus is on the bike quite a bit in this game, and maybe this is like a lot like why would she be on the bike so much? Maybe to make going from point A to point B faster. This game looks amazing. I'm sold on it. It does come out December 4th. I find that interesting. That's the December game. That's like the first week of December, but it's also usually like the last possible week companies will put out like a big game. So Nintendo kind of like waited for the last possible week to put this game out. And that's weird because we saw like footage of this game before we saw footage for Mario Kart World, for Donkey Kong, for Hyrule Warriors, for Kirby Air Riders, and all those games coming out before this one does. I find that odd. But so it's gonna miss like the Game Awards, it's gonna miss the cutoff for that. I genuinely believe that's actually why a lot of games don't, like most big games don't release in December. Like you'll get maybe 1 or 2 a year that do, I actually think that might be why, because the Game Awards has like an arbitrary cutoff date, so they don't like maybe you want your game to be up for awards. You can't do that if it comes out in December, But yeah, they announced 3 amiibos. One of Samus in just Samus, and the other of Samus on the bike. I think and then they also announced an amiibo Psylux, and the 2 Samus ones are coming out on November 6th, and then the Psylux one is coming out on the release date for the game. I don't know why they're doing that. Why are 2 of the amiibos coming out almost a whole month before the game does? And also I think the one, I don't remember I think it's Psylux and Samus are $30, and then Samus on the bike is $40. I get the Samus on the bike being more expensive, but it's still $40, so I don't like that. They announced some big ass amiibos though, like this is big boys or girls, because Samus is a girl. Zach, thoughts on on Metroid Prime 4?
I think my thoughts.
I mean, like general thoughts, because this is like it's a big deal. So I mean,
It looks good.
Okay.
I also thought that they were doing a spin-off when I watched it, but then
yeah. Now we got some DLC for Donkey Kong Bonanza. Zach, have you played Donkey Kong Bonanza? Oh, you should.
It's too expensive, man.
I think it's worth $70. Like, I actually believe it is. They announced DK Island, so you can go to DK Island. That's like the original, like, you know, that's like the like area in Donkey Kong 64. You know, that it's basically Donkey Kong Country, like the actual location. So that's cool. And then they announced sort of like an Emerald sort of thing. It's kind of like a roguelike, almost. So that's interesting. Emerald Rush is what it's called. I'm kind of like skimming through the direct as we are talking. Yeah, I $20 DLC. A lot of people were upset because it's $20 DLC. The game came out like a couple months ago for $70, so it's like a $90 game. I wouldn't say that about this game, because Donkey Kong Bonanza is a pretty complete game. There's a lot of content in that for $70. This is not like, oh, I need this for the full experience, but it is definitely like a little, like, yeah, you know, when it comes out, when this DLC comes out 2 months after the game releases. But I don't know, Zach, I'd assume you have no thoughts on this.
Wait till you hear about Pokemon DLC, man.
Okay. And even though I'm not a Pokemon guy, I do have thoughts on the DLC, but we'll let you talk first. But we'll get to it. I don't even know if it's next. Pokemon is next, but we'll go in order of the Pokemon stuff. The first game we saw was weird. Like, you play as Ditto, turned into like a girl, and then is just like, it's almost like Animal Crossing, like Minecraft a little bit, with a bunch of Pokemon, called Pokemon Pokopia.
Poketopia, Pokemokia, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I'm not interested in it.
what a weird game. And I remember hearing someone describe the premise, and it sounded sad. Like, Ditto can't, like none of the Pokemon will respect Ditto unless he turns into, like, someone else and pretends to be someone he's not. So they're helping him now because now he turned into a little girl. Jeez, man. But what a weird ass game. It did say it's by Game Freak and Koei Tecmo. I don't know what the fuck Koei Tecmo's doing. Like the Hyrule Warriors devs, to put in perspective for you, Zach. Like, why are they making this? You know, what a weird game. Thoughts on Pokemon Pokopia, Zach?
It's the first Pokemon game exclusive to the Switch too.
Yeah, no, it is like the first Pokemon game exclusive to Switch too. That's true.
Yeah, I'm not getting.
Okay, yeah. If they charge $70 for that, that would be insane.
Yeah.
Now we got the moment you've been waiting for, Zach, and that is Pokemon Legends ZA. First, I want to hear your thoughts on like what they showed before the DLC, and then after that, talk about the DLC. So, like, first thoughts on just what they showed of the game, of the base game.
The game looks sick. I'm really excited for it. And Mega Chestnut and Mega Delphox look sick. And then Mega Greninja is just upside down. And then they revealed that you can't get the Mega Stones in the main game. You have to get Nintendo Switch Online for it. And yeah, that's it.
Now,
Mega Malamar though. Mega Malamar.
Now, thoughts on the DLC.
It looks pretty cool, but I don't see a point releasing DLC right after the game comes out.
There we go. That's what I said I have thoughts on the DLC. That's like, it just like this. At least with Donkey Kong, they waited to announce the DLC till like after the game came out. With this, it's like, bro, like you're releasing the game for $70, but before you even do that, you're gonna announce DLC for it. It does feel like this could have been in the game. I don't even care about Pokemon, but like, I don't know. But people seem excited for this. You know, people seem excited for these.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the DLC.
People seem really excited for Mega, Mega Raichu. What were you saying, Zach?
Yeah, there are like Mega Stones shown in the trailers that match the colors for like some Pokemon. including Flygon, which, like, if you know anything about Pokemon, which you don't,
I wouldn't say know nothing, but like, yeah.
Mega Flygon is like, yeah, Mega Flygon is a huge fan. Something fans like really want, you know.
Okay, so they're feeding into fan service, which I guess is cool, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like this game's gonna come out, and it's gonna be the usual like, Game Freak. How are you like? How is Pokemon like the biggest franchise and biggest media franchise in the world, and it still looks like this, you know? But I will say on Switch 2, it has looked better than when they showed it for Switch 1. I will say that.
Yeah, I'll be getting it on the Switch too. I pre-ordered it a few months ago.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. After that, they showed Danganronpa. I'm only mentioning that because people, Danganronpa is popular with people. I know nothing about it. And yeah, I'm gonna move on. Dynasty Warriors. Koei Tecmo is popping up quite a bit in this direct. They showed Hyrule Warriors. They showed that Pokemon, the weird like Pokopia, and they're bringing this year's Dynasty Warriors to it with some fucking paid DLC, because of course. Yeah, I'm gonna move on from that. They showed Monster Hunter Stories 3. Excuse me. Pretty cool, I guess. I played Monster Hunter Wilds earlier this year, and it helped me realize I don't think I'm a Monster Hunter guy. I did hear, though, the Stories games are games for people who, it's like the more easily accessible Monster Hunter games. So that's cool, I guess, but I don't personally care. Like, I think I've just realized, like, I gave Monster Hunter too many chances to where I'm like, yeah, I don't think I jive with this. To where I don't think I care anymore. So then they show us a reel with FIFA and Dragon Quest and Virtua Fighter 5 Revo. That one's cool. Little Nightmares 3 gets a release date. I feel like we've been hearing about this game for a while. Persona 3 Reload, that also gets a release date of October 23rd. I might pick that up for Switch too, just because I don't have it physically, even though if I get it physically, I get it on a game key card, so, but, yeah, I just, yeah. Now, Zach, I don't know if you care too much about this, but, like, I think it is objectively big to where it's like, you know, you gotta, I feel like, appreciate it, that we get to see a brand new trailer, like, it's not like they're redoing like a trailer that we've already seen, like a brand new trailer for Resident Evil Requiem or Resident Evil 9, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. They're announcing the new Resident Evil game is coming to Switch 2 before it's even come out, you know? Like, they're not waiting till after the game comes out to announce that it's coming to Switch 2. That's cool. Not only that, though, it's coming out the same day as the other versions. That never happens. They never do that. They always announce, like, they always have like a multi-platform game, but it will come out like later than the other versions. This is coming out with the other versions, which is really cool. Excuse me. I'm not gonna play. I might eventually get Resident Evil Requiem for Switch 2, but that's not gonna be like what I get it on at launch, right? I'm gonna get it for PS5 or Xbox or PC, but most likely PS5. But still, this is so cool. And then they announced on the same day as Resident Evil Requiem, they're re-releasing 7 and Village, which is really cool. That all that's happening on one day. You know, maybe you would think like some companies would be like, yeah, do you really want to compete with yourselves? It's like, no. Capcom's like, no, just release them all on the same day, you know? So that is really cool, and I'm excited for that. So Zach, I know you don't really care for Resident Evil, but thoughts on a game, a third-party game, like a big third-party game like this, coming out for Switch 2 at the same time as the other versions? That doesn't happen.
It's cool. I hope they do it more.
Yeah, thanks, Zach. Don't know what we can do without you, man. Then the closer. was Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. Kind of a weird title, but look,
It's not Smash.
What?
It's not Smash.
It's not Smash. I do know the main character of this game though will be in the next Smash game though. Look, my relation with Fire Emblem's a little weird. I love what?
Yo, this has nothing to do with it, but they used a new DK design in the tennis games. I want to point that out there.
I don't know. I think they're always going to be using the new DK design's probably going to be what's in the next Smash game.
Yeah.
So back to Fire Emblem. I love Awakening. That game is like also probably one of my favorite games of all time. That game is amazing. Never played Fates, although I heard it was bad. Three Houses was great. I didn't like play it as much as I played Awakening, but Three Houses is really damn good. At first I liked Engage, but the more I think about it, like, it's just like a little goofy, you know? Like, the character designs are a little too cartoonish. And apparently, like, it was the character designer was like a VTuber character designer or something, which explains a lot. The characters in Engage look like VTubers, you know? I hope this is more like Three Houses, more like Awakening, but Three Houses, I think, is the direction they should take the series, where they kind of mix in Persona, you know? And I think it looks cool. I like getting a Switch 2 version of Fire Emblem is cool, because this is gonna, I think this is a big game for the Switch 2. Kind of a disappointing game to end the show on. And I say that as someone who's like excited for Fortune's Weave, who's excited for Fire Emblem. Like Fire Emblem, Zach and I were talking about this like before we started. Fire Emblem's like, it's not necessarily like a small game, but it is definitely niche, you know? It is definitely like, it's not, I don't think it's big enough to be like that big closer for the Direct, you know? Like, and I know like, there are Fire Emblem fans. I'm kind of like a casual Fire Emblem fan, I guess. But, like, I feel like a Nintendo Direct, especially a big one like this, should have been, like, it should have ended with something like a big bang that everyone can get excited for. And I guess, like, you didn't really have one like that. Like, people are upset about a 3D Mario, no 3D Mario. We will get one eventually, don't worry. That's a system seller, and it happens every Nintendo console. We will get one. I understand why we didn't get one here, because we just got Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is the same team as Mario, as like 3D Mario. Plus, like, the second they started with the Mario stuff is when I knew that we were not going to get a 3D Mario, because they were not going to like announce a 3D Mario at the beginning, you know? Like that was like they were not going to do that, you know? See, I don't really know, like, I can't really pick any game in that they showed in this Direct that I would say like should have closed the Direct, you know? But I guess just so I guess Fire Emblem was the best that they had to close the Direct. But it's like, in general, it's not like the most exciting thing to have be like the big, like, one more thing, you know? Overall thoughts on the Direct, Zach?
It was a disappointment.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. My thoughts, look, I think in terms of like getting information on things, I think it was really good. Like, I feel like we really needed to know Nintendo's slate for the rest of the year. You know, we really needed, like it was getting really, like, not even worrying, it was just getting odd that we were going this long without a release date for Metroid Prime 4. And also by extension Hyrule Warriors. It also kind of felt like those two games swapped release dates. Like, it really felt like Metroid was gonna be in like the fall, and Hyrule Warriors was gonna be winter, and then they swapped. That was odd. But like, I'm happy we got release dates. You know, I feel like I don't know. We didn't really. I guess there was a lot of hype behind this. We needed a direct. Maybe this wasn't the direct we needed. Maybe they could have. I feel like maybe they could have even like shadow dropped Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, because those are like, you don't really need to hype them up that much. You could have just shadow dropped them, I feel, and I feel like that even would have been better. But yeah, that's our thoughts on the Nintendo Direct. Yeah, we were gonna, like I said, we were gonna like have more to this episode of Chillin With The Miikcast. I think we're gonna call it here, right? I think we'll just do that. We want to do more episodes, so I feel like I say that every episode and we don't do them for a while, but so, you know, I just won't say anything more, you know. Zach, where can people find you? Anything you'd like to plug?
ZMonsPro on Twitch.
Alright. And of course me, DPX Solo on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. I'm not using Twitter anymore, but you can follow me on there if you want. Blue Sky, Threads, Instagram. My podcast, DPX Talks, for about an hour. And yeah. And of course, subscribe to the other members of the Miikcast. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!